The tongue-twisting world of unique animals. A to Z. Words are here to inspire you, to make you think, to challenge you. What is normal and common steals the sparks of creativity and imagination from your very mind. This book challenges you to think differently. Twist your tongue and wrap your mind around the weird and wonderful. Laugh, smile, and most likely stare with amazement and glee. Welcome to the tongue-twisting world of unique animals A to Z. Nothing will ever be the same again. Andy is an ant that loved to rant. He would rant and rant and rant so much that he would end up in a slant. All because he didn't know how to plant a plant. Barry is a bear who had a great head of hair, but now is bare, so beware not to stare, or else Barry will get up in a wild flare. So this is the story of the bear who used to have great hair. Charlie is a cockroach who drives a stagecoach, but do not approach this violent roach as he really likes to encroach, but instead, buy him a brooch. That's the best approach for a violent cockroach. Debbie is a dinosaur whom we will evermore adore. Furthermore, she loves to explore the great outdoors, and before there is a downpour, she always ignores the carnivores by the lakeshore. Ellie is an eel who does not appeal to other eels, because they feel that her teal automobile's wheels squeal like an unreal seal. Frank is a fancy French flamingo who loves to play bingo and dance the fandango, so much so he is even learning the lingo. When he twirls and spins, he always crashes with a crescendo. Frank is a fancy French flamingo who loves to play bingo and dance the fandango, so much so he is even learning the lingo. When he twirls and spins, he always crashes with a crescendo. Harold is a marvelously magnanimous hippopotamus who, although is not anonymous, he is frightfully pusillanimous. Thus, if you want to discuss with this semi-anonymous hippopotamus, there is no need for mistrust. Iona is an impala who fell in love in Guatemala with a bonanza koala from down under. Alas, their love did not last, as an anaconda named Fiona, who has a bazooka, made sure the impala's love only exists in her amygdala. Jeremy is a jabiru who wanted to be blue, so he bought a canoe and rowed with his crew to Kathmandu, but they really didn't have a clue. So whatever you pursue, do not overdo, for you too might misconstrue what you really need to do. Kyle is a kind krill who thought it would be brill to fulfill her sense of thrill by going to Brazil to drill. But sadly, this krill was spilled as she was going downhill and ended up on a grill. Lucy is a lorikeet who felt a bit downbeat until she moved to Crete and realized her life was now complete. So if you are feeling deplete or life has got your beat, there is no need to compete in deceit. Please just rise above the bittersweet. Monty is a mink who looked shockingly good in pink. Everywhere he went, people couldn't stop but to wink, but then he realized it was not a wink, but a blink, as his feet really did stink. Nancy is a newt who is exceptionally astute. She can compute and execute the most difficult of pursuits. However, beware, she can be a brute when she is involved in a cahoot and find out it is impossible to dilute any dispute. Olive is an ocelot who always wanted to be an astronaut, but as an afterthought, she decided to travel to Camelot, where a man named Lancelot asked to marry her a lot. But turns out, he was a bit of a crackpot, so she jumped into a slingshot and fired herself into space faster than a gunshot. Percy is a porcupine who is part of the royal Liechtenstein bloodline, but he is a bit too fond of a glass or two of moonshine. He likes to recline, assign, and align in doing so, creating a baseline. For he is also a borderline genuine Einstein, even though he looks a bit like Frankenstein. Quinn is a quail who once went to jail for the blackmail of a fairy tale whale. Yet she escaped by jumping over a guardrail dressed as a baby snail. No one suspected her to downscale and hightail. Rosalie is a rat who enjoys a good old chit-chat about her career as an acrobat. But there is a crucial caveat. Never talk about a particular fat wombat who lives in a Mesopotamian ziggurat. Believe it or not, our rat and the wombat once had a fight in a laundromat. Sonia is a squid who moved to Madrid to get her rid of a forbidden... Well, we all know what she did. Oh, that naughty squid did what we thought she did, yet to this day that squid has never undid what we know she once did. Tanya is a termite who has a fantastic appetite. Once in broad daylight, she went to a bullfight, and despite her poor eyesight, she proceeded to bite the right target in flight. However, despite her delight, she did not ignite or excite, but accidentally bit on some dynamite. Ewell is a unicorn who loves to be sea-born, but allow me to forewarn, he was born without a horn. Yet he does not mourn and forlorn, as there is no scorn for a unicorn without a horn. He is proud and untorn as he eats his popcorn. Viviane is a brunette vervet who plays the clarinet in a quartet. Yet she has a fantastic mindset, which is her greatest asset. So never forget from the outset to let your mindset jet like this spectacular vervet. Willie is a wild warthog who got lost in the fog during a jog. But do not worry. He was found by a dog who was chasing a frog wearing a single red clog. Sienna is a Xeris whom you can trust to drive a bus. Really, it is no fuss, but sadly she does cuss. Plus, we must discuss the words this cussing, fussing, bus-driving Xeris uses. Yaris is a yabby who works as a cabbie and parks near the abbey. He is a bit flabby, but he did not look shabby. He will be very gabby if you talk about his cat, which is a tabby. Zara is a Zorse who is best friend with a horse. When she feels a bit hoarse, she usually communicates in Morse. And when she feels better, she wants to join the Air Force, of course. The tongue-twisting world of unique animals. A to Z. Thank you for reading this book with me. I hope you have enjoyed it. See you again soon. This book is also available to buy on Amazon, Apple Books, and Google Books. You can find the links in the description below.